Congratulations! You're born in a cold, fast-moving river, surrounded by 1,000 siblings, and half of them aren't going to make it past breakfast. Because guess what? Everything wants to eat you. Insects, birds, bigger fish. Your entire childhood is a survival horror game with no pause button. You start off as a tiny, defenseless egg, buried in a gravel nest. Your mom made sure to pick a safe spot, but let's be honest, there's no such thing as a safe spot when you're delicious. If you're lucky, you hatch. If you're unlucky, well, you get slurped up by some hungry predator before you even get to see the world. After hatching, you're now a tiny, squishy baby fish called an 11, which is just a fancy way of saying easy snack. Your only defense? Hiding under rocks and hoping nobody notices your wiggly little body. You can't even eat yet. Instead, you survive off a yolk sac attached to your stomach like some cursed biological fanny pack. Eventually, you absorb your yolk sac and level up into a fry, which is just another way of saying, congratulations, you're now slightly less helpless. At this point, you have a few choices. Either you stay in the river, dodging death at every turn, or you ride the current downstream to the ocean. But moving to the ocean is a gamble because there are even bigger things that want to eat you. Once you reach the ocean, you become a smolt, which is basically teenage salmon. Your body starts adapting to salt water, but that doesn't mean things get easier. Now you have sharks, sea lions, and just about every other hungry creature in the ocean looking at you like a moving buffet. And here's where it gets even more unfair. You spend years getting bigger, stronger, and smarter, just to go right back to where you started. Because one day, something in your tiny fish brain tells you, hey, let's go back to the exact place where we were born. Yeah, you're about to swim hundreds, sometimes thousands of miles back to your birthplace. And it's not going to be a fun trip. First, you have to swim against the current, meaning you're basically doing an extreme uphill marathon while starving. Oh yeah, because you don't eat anything on the way back. Every last ounce of energy is spent swimming upstream. But guess what? Not only are you exhausted, but you also have bears, eagles, and fishermen just waiting to catch you. You thought dodging predators as a baby was hard? Now you're bigger and slower and they know exactly where you're going. It's like announcing your vacation plans to a bunch of serial killers. After dodging all of nature's hitmen, you finally reach your spawning grounds. And this is where it gets really tragic. Because after all that effort, all you get to do is mate once. And then you die. Your body literally starts falling apart. Your skin changes color, your organs shut down, and you just rot alive until you finally collapse from exhaustion. And here's the best part. Your kids aren't even going to remember you. The cycle just repeats itself. They hatch, they suffer, they struggle upstream, and they die. The only legacy you leave behind? A new generation of salmon that will have to go through the same miserable process. So yeah, being a salmon? Absolute nightmare. You either get eaten as a baby, ripped apart by predators as an adult, or die in one of the most brutal marathons in nature. But hey, at least you don't have to worry about paying taxes.